Welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually talking about a pen that I have two of on my desk right now because one of them is Mom's, and it's rare that she and I both own the same pen in the exact same style, where the only difference is the color on the nib. But there was one specific pen where we both actually really loved the pen, but we couldn't get the nib we wanted, and the only way to get the nib we wanted was for us to get the nib each other wanted and to swap them. So she ended up getting her Nahvalur Original Plus in quartz with a double broad nib, and I ended up getting my Nahvalur Original Plus in graphite with a stub nib, which is how we both ended up with the pens we wanted, because Mom really wanted a stub nib on hers and I really wanted the double broad on mine because I knew I really liked their broad nibs. So these are the Nahvalur Original Plus. These are their vacuum style of pens. I believe the Original Plus is the only vacuum style of pen Nahvalur makes. This was the first vacuum pen that I had in my collection. It's still the only vacuum pen I have in my collection because I've learned I do not like vacuum pens. They're just a bit too high maintenance for me. Whereas I do really enjoy piston pens, I don't enjoy vacuums. I don't like cleaning them. I don't like all the stuff that goes along with them. So I will keep this one around because I do really like how the pen looks and I like how it writes, but I just don't really enjoy the whole process of cleaning it. And so it's had a couple weeks of not being inked. I had it inked in the beginning with the Atlas Sidewalk Sale ink from Robert Oster Sidewalk Gum, and now I've got it inked up with an ink from Sailor, and that actually seems to be a better match. So we're going to do a writing sample with both of them. We're going to look at both of pens because they're both the same models. They are both different because they've got different nibs and they're very different colors. The one thing I do really like about this style is that it is super sparkly. Nahvalur did not skimp on the glitter in these styles. Mine feels very galaxy. Mom's feels very like iridescent glittery, and even in the knobs at the bottom. So let's get into the writing samples. All right, we're going to start with mine. So the nice thing about these pens is that both of them had rose gold trim, which made swapping nibs really easy. These days I am looking for pens that sort of all share the same color of trim from a brand. Unfortunately, my other Nahvalur pen is, I believe it's silver trim, so it's a bit harder to swap nibs between this and my Horizon. It won't match, but I think it's going to be fine if I decide I do want to swap nibs. So this is the Nahvalur. Original Plus. Lavina. Apparently I can't spell graphite. Or broad. Oh, whatever. I do really like this pen. The funny thing is the ink I have in it, depending on the paper you put it on, can look so many different ways. So the ink is from Sailor. And these are how it looks on two other papers. So this ink can look so crazy different depending on the paper you put it on. So I just have so much fun with this ink. And it feels very fall because much like leaves, it can have such tonal difference. So it is a super nice pen though. I do really like it. I just don't use it as much as Mom uses hers because Mom adores hers. I think I probably ink Mom's up once every 2 to 3 weeks because she has used all the ink. I don't have one of the like vacuum fillers, and so I never get a complete fill. So for now, she is living the life of incomplete fills, but that's okay. So we have the and I, on the other hand, have no skills writing with a stub compared to Mom, whose writing looks absolutely stunning with a stub. I rotate my pens up slightly too much for a stub, so something like a cursive italic, which has a little bit of a sort of more flat angled edge, works just a little bit better for me. I will say though, their stubs are very, very smooth and have a huge difference in width. In her ink, is Sailor Man Yo Haha, which I will say does really well on this paper and in this pen with this nib. It just, you get a little bit of that pink. You don't get, there are some papers that you really get like the green. It doesn't show up super well on this paper. This is just Midori MD paper. Whereas Sailor Haha, you do see the pink. And so I just really enjoy these pens, and I like Nahvalur pens, and I like the nib on mine. And yeah, I do enjoy them. I just don't enjoy cleaning them. But I think that's going to be a thing across the board with vacuums, is that I just don't enjoy cleaning them. So what I need to do is figure out an ink for mine and just stick to it so I don't have to clean it as often. But I've yet to settle on like the right ink for it, because it doesn't do super well with shimmer inks, I will say. But I think that might just be a vacuum pen thing, is that vacuum pens might not do great with shimmer inks. So I'm gonna have to find the right match for this pen so that I don't have to clean it as frequently, because then I think I'll be happier. So I need some ink suggestions for this pen. But other than that, I'm super happy with it. Nahvalur has provided me with pens in the past, but Mom and I did pay out of pocket for both of these pens back in August when we picked them up at the Atlas Sidewalk sale. And yeah, they've been great. She uses hers daily. We just had to refill it today, which is what made me realize that I'd never filmed a video on them. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you've got any of the Nahvalur pens. I think I still like my Horizon pen more. And I'm saying that because I don't think my Horizon pen has not had ink in it since I received it back in like June, May, June when I got it. It's been filled with ink since, and I use it probably 4 to 5 days a week, multiple times during those days. So I think that pen is still my favorite, but it's at a much higher price point than one of these. And I think if you're wanting to try out a Nahvalur pen or Nahvalur nib, this pen or the Nahvalur Original, which is, I believe, a piston, are at much better, like entry level price points. So thanks for watching and have a great day.